Hello friends! I have one more little Valentine Day project for you to try. So I made this paper rose the other day. I made this whole box actually, which opens up into a little surprise, but this little paper rose I thought was really cute and clever, so thought maybe we'd try one today. So what you want to start with is a square piece of paper. If you have a rectangle, then fold the corner down to make it into a square. Cut the excess off. Mine is cardstock, which is a little bit heavy. It's actually easier to do it with computer paper, but this is what I have. And it's this pretty purple shade. So what you're gonna do first is you're gonna take this square and now you're gonna fold it. I have to push kind of hard because again, it's cardstock and it's stiff. Okay, now you're gonna take this rectangle and fold it one more time. Get your edges nice and sharp. Okay, now open it up. And it just made some tracing lines for you basically to cut. All right, here we go. I'm gonna cut these lines. Do this as careful as you can because you kind of need to be precise on this. Oops. Okay, now I have 4 squares. Put a couple of those to the side for a minute and begin with the first one. Now you're gonna fold this similar. Again, you're gonna fold it to make it into a rectangle. Make those edges nice and sharp. Okay, now I'm gonna turn it and I'm gonna fold up again. Okay, now make sure the little flap is at the top. That's the easiest way to do it. See flap at the top, fold at the bottom. Okay, now I want to fold it diagonally. So flap is at the top one more time. And I am gonna fold this up into a little sandwich, a little miniature burrito, if you will. Okay, folded it up. Just to show you that one more time, because we're gonna repeat this step 4 times. When I folded it up, I made the square. The flap was at the top, the fold was at the bottom. Bring that rectangle up. And now you want to hold it so the fold is on this side and also the folds are on the bottom. I've screwed this up a few times, that's why I know. All right, now you're gonna cut, almost like making it a little ice cream cone. You're gonna cut from that edge and scoop around, no pun intended. Then you're gonna cut the bottom, not too much, a tiny little bit, chop that off. Okay, now when you open it up, it should all stay together in sort of a flower shape. If it doesn't, start again, because you made a mistake. Okay, this is what it should look like. My hole is even a little bit too big. You don't need one quite that large. All right, so we're gonna repeat that step 4 times. And voila, I am that fast that I just made those. All 4 of them, 10 seconds. Magic, right? I love those videos where they snap and they're all done. Mostly the cooking shows that I can't follow. Anyways, okay, so now you're gonna take one of these and you're gonna cut out one little petal. Okay, that one petal cut out. The next one, 2 petals. Okay, the next one, guess how many? 3 petals. Okay. And the last one, 4 petals, which means you're basically just cutting it in half. All right, everybody good so far? Now you're gonna take your largest one, which is the one that only had the 1 petal cut out. Move these aside so I have a little workspace. So this one, it only had 1 petal cut out. Now you're gonna put a little bit of glue. I'm just gonna use a glue stick. You can use regular glue. And I just made a mess on the table. And you're gonna wrap it around. Just overlap 1 petal over the one that you just glued. Okay, set that aside. Now take the one that you cut 2 out of. Repeat that process. Put a little glue only on 1 petal, even though you cut 2 out of this, only 1 petal. Loop it around and connect the petal on top. Give it a little push to make sure it sticks. Okay, put that aside. Now take the one that you cut 3 petals out of. Repeat the process one more time. glue, wrap it around. This one's gonna be little, and give it a nice squeeze to make sure it stays together. All right, so far I have 1, 2, 3. All right, now you are going to take this last petal and the one that you have before. And this one's really tiny and little. Loop it around. So you're gonna have 5 pieces total when it's done. The rest are just kind of throwaways. All right, so that's the littlest one. Now, you take the one that you had 3. Okay, so this one has 3 petals. All right, now on this one, you're gonna need like a skewer, or I just use a toothpick because I don't have a skewer, any kind of little wooden stick. And you're gonna put glue on that one petal, and then you're gonna kind of wrap it. This is gonna be the center of the rose. This one's a little bit hard to do. You're just gonna kind of wrap it, and I can't get that tucked under. Wrap it and roll it. If I could do it. I'm just getting all sticky and gluey, but wrap it around the stick. That's the easiest part. Okay, should be nice and tight. That's like the inner part of the rose, so it should be tight. Okay, so there's that part. You can leave a little bit of the petal sticking out if you want. All right, I'm just gonna put that aside. There's that little part, put that aside. Now you wanna curl these flowers to make them look a little more authentic. All you need for this is a pencil. All right, and you're gonna take 2 petals and just kind of roll them backwards. Take the next 2 petals and roll them backwards, and so on. Okay, there's one. Now repeat that process with the other ones, except for that tiny, tiny one you made. Okay, roll it backwards. I like to do 2 at a time, it just saves a little bit of time. This one has an odd number of petals, so one of these guys is gonna have to be done solo. Sorry, little dude. All right, already looking pretty. Okay, speed this up. Just giving them a little curl. And this last one. This one only has 3, it should go fairly quickly. Okay, almost done. Now what you're gonna do, my glue is a little bit broken, but I'm gonna use regular glue for this, and I'm gonna dip a little toothpick in there. I'm gonna take the largest one first, and I'm gonna put a little bit of glue at the bottom. You could, I guess, use your glue stick, but I don't know how you'd get it in there. It would be a little bit tough. Just put a little bit of glue in there. I don't know what to do with this messy stick. And then you want to take your second biggest flower, and I like to kind of turn them so that the petals are opposite. So see how there's 2 here, and I like to put that one in between. All right, repeat the process. Stick a little bit of glue in there. You can decide how much or how little glue you want. Try not to make a huge mess, so your parents never let you do art again. That's frowned upon. Okay, stick that guy in there. I don't know why I have two petals there, but that's okay. More the merrier, right? Okay, some more glue in there. Next one, you can play with this a little bit to make sure they really stick. And then last but not least, I don't think you really need the stick to get it in there, but a little more glue in there. And this final guy, stick him in there nice and tight. Okay, so if you did have a stick or a skewer, you could put it through all of them and make a whole bunch to put like in a bouquet. That would be pretty too. But what I'm gonna do with mine is I have another little box I would like to put it on. So I'm gonna use some hot glue and I'm gonna put it right on the top of that box. Okay, so have fun. Don't forget, you can make a stem. You could even make a little leaf to go with it if you like. Tune in next time. Good luck.